Hello everyone, welcome back to another Adobe Photoshop tutorial. Guys, today we're going to be looking at the Marquee Tool inside Photoshop CC 2017. The Marquee Tool hasn't changed much in previous versions, so if you've got an older version, basically back to like CS4 or 5, this should all look the same. Nothing to worry about. Guys, the Marquee Tool is the second tool down on the left side. I use it all the time inside my Photoshop workflow, and here it is, guys. It's right underneath the Move tool. Here it is. Rectangular Marquee Tool. There are 4 of them. There's the rectangular, elliptical, single row, and single column Marquee Tool, but generally I only use the top 2, rectangular and elliptical, but it's good to know they're there. Click M to access it. Now, what does the Marquee Tool do? Well, let's just make a quick section here. There we go. Guys, I have drawn out a selection on my picture, on my raster layer. It basically, a Marquee Tool isolates a certain number of pixels from the area that you've selected. In this case, we've isolated these pixels inside of this area. The dots at the bottom there or the top there are basically, they're called marching ants. So that just lets you know that the selection tool is active. Now, what does it allow you to do? Well, it's very cool. The Marquee Tool does a lot of things, but I'm going to show you a quick demonstration so we can get right into this. It allows you, for example, to just work on the area inside your selection. So if you go to the left side and you select, I don't know, let's take a look. You want to do let's use the brush tool. I've got it, select a brush tool. Watch this. I'm going to brush over top of it and it makes it pink. Okay, my dog got pink eye. But now I'm going to brush outside the lines and notice something. The adjustments or the changes we're making are only applied inside the selection tool. It is very cool, so that if you want to make minute or very exacting changes inside a very select area, for example, like maybe let's do a real version. I wanted to make my little dogger's ear here a little bit darker, for example. I can go ahead and select that area. I'm going to select the paintbrush. Let's just go right back to the brush. And what color do we want to use? We don't want to use pink, so I'm just going to click on the color. Hang on here. I'm going to eyedrop over. Let's say we want to make that ear a little darker. We're going to select that color. And then watch this. Now, all of a sudden, my little doggy Kingston's ear has that darker color inside his ear. Kind of cool. It isn't exactly what I would go for. But I mean, let's make it a little different. But it's close, guys. And that's kind of an example of what the Marquee Tool does. Now, to deselect an area, all you got to go is to select, deselect, and it's out there. And you're going to see that weird square inside his ear. Obviously, this is just for demonstration purposes. This is not something I would actually do. But there you go, guys. That's how the Marquee Tool works. Now, keep in mind that Marquee Tools only work on raster layers. They don't work on shape layers or smart objects. So if you have a layer inside your layer panel here and it is not rasterized, remember, you can go to the layer, right-click on it, drop down, and you will see something that says Rasterize Layer. You have to do it in order to make changes. It's just a requirement. Now, let's look at a few other things here with the Marquee Tool. Let's see here. One of them is we can move it. So let's go ahead and create a new one. I'm going to show you this. This is a really cool way to do something. Let's just say I want to take I guess that would be the left side of my doggy's head, and I want to move it to another project. Let's create a new project, file new, and let's just create a custom 1920 by 1080, whatever. So I've got a new project open, nothing's there. I'm going to switch from the Marquee Tool to the Move tool. I'm going to drag it. You're going to notice I'm cutting it out, but I'm going to move it on top to the new project, drop it. Bang, it is now part of the new project. Not only that, but the Photoshop remembers this and it says, hey, you were just moving it. You weren't cutting it permanently. So his face or your project has been restored to its natural look. So you're not actually doing a permanent face removal or whatever you want to call it. So there's another thing that you can do with it. Let's see, another very cool thing we can do is we can create, let's create a duplicate. So let's say Kingston has an eye here and I want to create another eye. Let's go ahead. I'm going to select his eyeball. And now watch this. I'm going to hold down Command J. And you're going to notice that a new layer was created. I have duplicated that area that I selected inside of it. I'm going to switch to the Move tool. And now this is going to be kind of weird looking, but freaky. Bang. All of a sudden, Cakes has got an eye in the middle of his head. How weird is that, guys? It's pretty strange stuff, but this is the power of the Marquee Tool. The Marquee Tool can do so many different things in so many different ways. You can also use the Marquee Tool for measuring. So if you wanted to say, I want to see how far down I want to go to the top of his head, I just put the Marquee Tool there, and I didn't do it exactly, but okay, I know I got to do 170 pixels. I use it for measuring. You can use it for aligning multiple pieces. Guys, the Marquee Tool is one of the most flexible and useful tools inside of Adobe Photoshop. I recommend you get used to it. Everything that I've said here with the elliptical tool applies to, or the rectangular tool applies to the elliptical Marquee Tool. It's all there, guys. It is awesome. You can use it. Oh, let's show you one last thing. I'm going to show you how to do a fill. So let's say I wanted to create a sun, a little sun inside this picture. Why would I do that? I have no idea, but let's just do it anyways. I've created a nice little circle there. Now I want to fill it up with some sort of yellow color. Well, let's take a look at what our options are. I can go to Edit, Fill, and instead of going foreground color, I'm just going to drop it down to Color. And then let's say, what do we want, a yellow? Let's go with a yellow. And hit OK. And bang, I've got a sun on top of his ear. And now I click the move tool, and let's just move it above his head. Guys, these are just some of the things you can do with the Marquee Tool. It is awesome. Use it all the time. It's one of the most flexible, awesome tools. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll be back more with some more stuff shortly. Thanks for watching.